a glossy black spider that hangs like a curse in quiet corners. Its name, the black widow spider, Latrodectus mactans, short, venomous, and waiting. Tonight, we ask, why does it unsettle us? This is not an animal of gentle myths. It is compact, deliberate, and designed to immobilize. Our central curiosity: what makes this little predator so terrifying and so effective? We will trace anatomy, venom, and behavior to answer that question. Expect razor details, clinical science, and uncomfortable images. The black widow is small, but its biology is enormous. Imagine finding a glossy orb of night tucked in a shed corner, silent, motionless. That stillness hides a machine built for sudden cruelty. That contrast is the heart of our mystery. Some fear spiders as instinct, but this spider earns fear on merit. Potent venom, precise web design, predatory patience. We will unpack how it turns small spaces into lethal traps. Latrodectus mactans, scientific authority in the mouth of horror. That Latin name will puncture the romance. Beneath glossy black cuticle lies a nervous system wired for sting and control. People call it widow because of stories of mates eaten after sex. The truth is messier, stranger, and more brutal than the legend. We will follow those bloody threads. This video will not coddle curiosity. We will describe neurotoxins, muscle paralysis, and the slow betrayal of prey. If you flinch, remember, you are witnessing survival perfected. The black widow is small enough to fit in the palm, but its effect ripples through ecosystems and human fear alike. We begin by opening its body like a mystery box. First, anatomy. Size belies power. Every spine, fang, and organ is optimized for one job: capture and chemical domination. We will examine the tools of its brutality. The black widow's silhouette is familiar: bulbous abdomen, slender legs, glossy black sheen. That abdomen hides silk glands, venom reservoirs, and metabolic stores. Form follows its lethal function. Eyes, poor resolution, but sensitive to motion. It doesn't hunt by sight like a raptor. It senses vibrations through air and web. Touch and timing are its true vision. Legs are long and precise. Each tarsal claw negotiates silken prey with minute control. A web is not passive for this spider. It's an extension of its nervous system. Fangs are small but effective. Connected to venom glands, they deliver neurotoxins directly into muscle and nerve tissue. A bite is a chemical key in a biological lock. Silk glands sit inside the abdomen, weaving different threads for structure, drag lines, and sticky capture silk. The black widow engineers a trap that is invisible until it kills. Under the cuticle, a decentralized nervous system coordinates precision. Ganglia along the body process touch, while the cephalothorax integrates movement. It's harsh efficiency, not empathy. Latrodectus mactans relies on fast neuromuscular control. Rapid leg reflexes, silk-throwing maneuvers, and lightning strikes with fangs all emerge from that compact brain. The venom contains latrotoxins, proteins that hijack synapses. They force nerve cells to fire uncontrollably, flooding muscles with contractions, pain, and paralysis. It's biochemical terror. Contrary to myth, most adults survive bites with treatment. But in prey, the venom is total. Immobilization, metabolic collapse, and a slow, controlled digestion. Latrotoxins bind to nerve terminals, open calcium channels, and trigger massive neurotransmitter release. Muscles seize, respiration falters. The prey's world becomes a convulsing nightmare. Digestion is external. Enzymes liquefy tissue while the spider sips a bloody soup. What looks like gruesome waste is a brutally efficient feeding strategy. Metabolism adapts to feast or famine. These spiders can outwait months, surviving on minimal reserves. Patience is as deadly as speed in their survival playbook. The silk itself is a material marvel, light, sticky, and tougher than steel by weight. The Black Widow's secret weapon is not just venom, but an architecture of silk and timing. Hair like sensilla cover the legs, detecting air currents and chemical cues. Pheromones guide mates. Vibrations betray prey. It reads its environment as a blind predator reads Braille. Glossy black coloration is more than aesthetics. It masks shape in dim crevices, absorbs heat for quick bursts, and signals danger to potential predators through contrast and reputation. All these parts converge into a single truth. The Black Widow is engineered to capture, to chemically subdue, and to survive scarcity. Anatomy explains its dark reputation. Knowing structure, we now watch motion. How it builds a web, lures prey, and turns ordinary insects into immobilized meals. Behavior is the anatomy in action. It prefers sheltered corners, woodpiles, garages, eaves. There, it spins an irregular web, not the elegant orb, but an ambush scaffold tailored for sticky surprise. Prey stumble into a tangle of sticky threads. Vibrations travel to the spider like ringing bells. It moves with calm speed, assessing size and struggle before committing to the bite. The attack is surgical. 1 or 2 bites, a withdrawal, and then immobilization. The spider rarely wastes venom. It times injections to the size and resistance of the prey. Venom saves energy. Paralysis prevents costly damage to silk lines and allows the spider to feed safely. This economy of cruelty is a hallmark of its efficiency. Their webs are irregular, sometimes with signal lines stretched to vantage points. They can adjust tension to detect direction. The web becomes a sensory and trapping mesh. Black widows are opportunistic. They capture flies, beetles, sometimes small lizards. Nothing is beneath attention. The diversity of prey explains the robustness of their venom. Females are more sedentary, guarding webs and waiting. Males wander searching for mates. That division sets the stage for dangerous intimacy and the infamous mating drama. They also scavenge. When opportunity presents, a black widow will raid another's web or strip a carcass. Flexibility is lethal currency in unpredictable environments. Records show prey immobilized within minutes, convulsing on silk like living marionettes. The sensory choreography of capture looks cruel because it is efficient and final. Mostly nocturnal, they hunt in the dark when insect traffic peaks. Night hides motion and amplifies surprise. Glossy black bodies become perfect shadows among shadows. When threatened, they may feign death, drop from silk, or adopt a threat posture. Bites to large animals are rare. Venom economy means avoidance is preferable to wasteful aggression. Birds, wasps, and lizards prey on them. Yet their reputation and chemical defense reduce attacks. Predators learn which prey are too costly or too toxic to risk. The silk web can be invisible, a trap you walk into. Camouflage is mechanical and behavioral. Stillness, color, and the quiet roar of a well-tuned web. Spiders show simple learning, adjusting trap tension, altering web geometry, remembering repeated disturbances. Not intelligence like ours, but enough to refine their lethality. Field observations of a widow catching a grasshopper reveal choreography: bite, retreat, wrap, and digestion. Each step minimizes risk and maximizes caloric return. Energy budgets shape behavior. Venom is costly protein. Silk is metabolic product. The spider makes trade-offs, choosing stealth over waste, patience over pursuit. Most human bites occur when a spider is crushed or surprised. They don't seek people. Yet the combination of venom, chemistry, and human fear creates myths larger than reality. They periodically rebuild, eat old silk, and recycle proteins. The maintenance ritual keeps the web responsive. In that way, the web is a living, negotiated boundary with the world. Behavior and biology combine into a relentless predator. Quiet corners, efficient traps, precise toxin deployment. Each choice amplifies its reputation and answers why it haunts our imaginations. Now, social life, or the lack of it. Are black widows loners or lovers? Their reproductive behavior is where biology becomes grotesque theater. For the most part, black widows are solitary. Each female commands a web territory. Males visit briefly, negotiate danger, and hope to escape alive. Males perform courtship dances, tapping and plucking silk to advertise themselves. A misstep can be fatal. The courtship is a gamble, reproduction or death by cannibalism. Sexual cannibalism is real but variable. In some populations it's common, in others rare. The phenomenon increases female nutrition and may affect male mating strategies. Males use timing, stealth, and sometimes mating plugs to maximize paternity and minimize risk. Their lives revolve around an impossible negotiation with a predator disguised as a mate. Females sometimes fight over territory or prey. Juvenile cannibalism between siblings occurs when food is scarce. Violence shapes population structure from the youngest ages. After eggs hatch, spiderlings disperse by ballooning, letting silk ride wind currents. Many die. Only a few find refuge. Survival is a sieve of chance and brutality. Females guard egg sacs vigilantly. Some protect long enough for spiderlings to disperse. Others may tolerate cannibalism as a food source. Motherhood mixes care and opportunism. Social interactions are brief, intense, and often lethal. Understanding their mating and territorial strategies explains part of the black widow's notorious image. We now follow the life cycle from egg to hunter. Reproduction in Latrodectus mactans is a condensed drama of risk, sacrifice, and rare survival. Courtship begins with silk signals. If accepted, sperm transfer is delicate and brief. Females can store sperm, producing multiple egg sacs from a single mating, a reproductive multiplier. Egg sacs are silk-wrapped vaults containing dozens to hundreds of eggs. The interior is a humid nursery. The exterior a stolen treasure in a dangerous world. Eggs develop in days to weeks depending on temperature. Spiderlings hatch translucent and ravenous, molting repeatedly as they grow. Each molt is a fragile rebirth. High juvenile mortality is normal. Predators, starvation, and sibling aggression cull numbers brutally. Only a fraction reach sexual maturity, nature's selective cruelty. Females can live multiple seasons. Males often perish soon after mating. Longevity ties to reproductive strategy. Long-lived females maximize offspring over time. These reproductive patterns shape population dynamics and local densities, influencing human encounters and the frequency of bites. Reproduction amplifies the species' ecological footprint. Beyond gore and courtship, the black widow plays a role in ecosystems. Now we examine its ecological place and the consequences of its absence or abundance. As predators of insects, black widows help control pest populations. They are mid-level regulators, keeping certain arthropod numbers in check in dark, human-adjacent niches. They occupy a modest trophic level, not apex, but important. Remove them, and prey populations may swell, altering decomposition rates and spreading disease vectors. Predators and parasites of widows are part of complex food webs. Solitary hunting influences local arthropod communities in subtle, cumulative ways over seasons and years. They thrive in human-altered habitats, sheds, basements, and garages. Our structures create microhabitats that widows exploit, increasing the frequency of shared spaces and uneasy encounters. Population booms follow warm, resource-rich seasons. Cold snaps and pesticide use can crash numbers. Their abundance is a bellwether of environmental change at small scales. If black widows vanished, certain insect pests could rise, impacting crops and stored goods. Their absence would ripple, revealing how even feared predators hold ecosystems together. In some regions, widows expand beyond native ranges, hitchhiking in human cargo. As invaders, they can disrupt local arthropod networks and create fresh tensions with people. They are rarely endangered, but habitat loss and indiscriminate pesticide use harm local populations. Conservation here is paradoxical, protecting a feared predator that we also blame for nuisance. The black widow sits at an uneasy intersection: pest controller, misunderstood neighbor, and small but potent actor in ecological networks. Its role complicates simple narratives of danger. We end where the initial dread meets ethical reflection. How do we balance fear with understanding? The biology we've seen forces hard questions about control and coexistence. Killing spiders out of fear is easy. Learning about their role is harder. Our instinct to exterminate may remove a tiny ally and replace it with larger problems. In laboratories, latrotoxins teach neuroscience. In homes, they provoke panic. The same biology that terrifies us advances human knowledge. There is moral friction in that duality. The black widow is not evil. It is brutal, efficient, and indifferent. Its life is a ledger of survival strategies written in silk and toxin. That is both beautiful and horrifying. Our original question, why does this glossy black spider unsettle us, gains context. It is fear of a living machine perfected for predation, proximity, and chemical power. To look closely at Latrodectus mactans is to confront the raw mechanics of survival. It forces us to accept nature's indifference and occasional cruelty as part of life's fabric. If you find one in your home, avoid killing it reflexively. Consider relocation, professional removal, or education. Fear, managed by knowledge, reduces unnecessary deaths on both sides. Imagine a small glossy silhouette retreating into a corner, a living shadow performing ancient tactics. That image should unsettle but also fascinate now that you know its design. Even within human habitats, the black widow maintains ancient rhythms: hunt, mate, guard, die. Those cycles mirror the ecosystem's darker beats and remind us of nature's persistence. Scientists study Latrodectus mactans for more than dread. Latrotoxins unlock synaptic mysteries. Silk informs material science, and behavior reveals evolution's trade-offs. Many myths exaggerate the threat. Most bites are defensive and medically manageable. yet downplaying danger ignores the genuine potency of its venom and the need for caution. Our relationship with this spider is paradoxical. We build shelters that invite it, then resent its presence. That tension highlights how human habitats reshape natural behaviors. Viewed from evolutionary time, the black widow is a success story, adaptable, efficient, and persistent. Its menace is an outcome of survival, not malice. Picture a web glinting at dusk, the spider motionless at its center. That single scene contains anatomy, behavior, venom, and history, the full answer to our original curiosity. Glossy black spider that hangs like a curse in quiet corners. Now you know why it feels cursed. Its biology is designed to unsettle and to prevail in small spaces. Recap. Anatomy delivers venom and silk. Neurotoxins commandeer nervous systems. Behavior optimizes capture. Reproduction is risky and efficient. Each piece solves parts of the central mystery. Human encounters will continue as we occupy more edges and clutter. Education, habitat management, and respect for biology reduce conflict without denying the creature's ferocity. Cultural fear of the widow blends biology with symbolism. The species became a mythic shorthand for danger, a reminder that small things can wield outsized power. Future research on latrotoxins may yield pain treatments or neurobiology breakthroughs. Even the deadliest molecules can teach us how to heal and how nerves communicate. Is it moral to exterminate a species because it scares us? Our response reflects human values, control, convenience, or coexistence. The black widow makes that choice uncomfortable. This spider is not an agent of malice, but a product of evolution. Respect distance, wear gloves in dark places, and treat bites seriously. Knowledge protects better than panic. The more we learn, the stranger the widow becomes. Anatomy, venom, and behavior knit together into a creature that is clinical and uncanny. Science dressed in shadow. As you sleep, a glossy silhouette may watch from a corner. It is not evil, it is efficient. That reminder should unsettle and also deepen your curiosity. If this unsettled you, learn more before you act. Share knowledge, support humane removal, and question sensationalized fear. Curiosity tempered by care is a better response. This profile of Latrodectus mactans draws on field studies, toxin science, and behavioral observation. We honor the messy truth over tidy myths. Understanding, not fear, is our goal. The black widow remains a small, potent testament to evolution's darker ingenuity. We end with a warning. Wonder can be uncomfortable, and knowledge can be unsettling. If you want more deep looks into nature's brutal designs, subscribe and confront your unease with us. The world is stranger and wilder than most headlines admit. Remember the glossy spider in the corner. Latrodectus mactans is a creature of shadow, silk, and toxin. A small machine that sets nerves on fire and teaches us about life.